צומו מנעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Cantor, for
You're
saying Shabbat
welcome.
Shalom back to me. And no one else said Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, that's so much better. This is a simcha, yes? This is a happy, joyous, festive, wonderful occasion, yes? Let's see the smiles. Let's see the positive nodding. Yes, good, yes. Oh, hey, Brooke.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous.
A little nervous. That's good. It's good for the adrenaline. It's good for adrenaline. We're also nervous. This is our first time ever doing this. Yeah. I'm just kidding. We are. It is, by the way, you have the great honor of being the first bat mitzvah of our season here at Congregation B'nai Israel. We had a little summer break, but you are the first one. So
no pressure.
No pressure. And everyone else is going to follow your lead, your glorious, fabulous lead. And also, by the way, we didn't really tell you in the little contract you signed that if you're the first bat mitzvah of the season, you have to also sign a document that says you're going to be a rabbi or a cantor later in your life. So we've signed that. It's done. And we've notified the seminary, the school, and thank you for telling us you're going to do that. You don't have an option at this point, so you're going to be. But what the great thing about being a rabbi or a cantor is that you have access to challah at all times, and juice, and cookies, stuff like that, wine, lots of cool things. Right? Yeah. All right, good, okay. Those of you maybe perhaps watching on our live stream, hello, welcome. Thrilled to have you also on our Shabbat morning to celebrate Shabbat, and also Brooke. Ooh, yay, yay. If you are watching on our live stream, hello, and you can follow along with every part of our service. There's a virtual prayer book you can go to. Go to cbiboca.org, cbiboca.org. Top left corner, hit the menu button. After we hit menu, it'll say services, hit services, scroll down a little bit, and then right there's a button that says virtual prayer book, and then you can be fully part of our service for the entirety of the whole time. Pray along, chant along, and sing along with us. Those of you here in the sanctuary, hello. Reach under your seat is where you'll find your prayer book. They're all right there. If you don't have one right under your seat, there's probably one near you. So ask a neighbor if there's one underneath there. Make sure, by the way, check your cover that it says Shabbat on the cover, because some of the books say weekday and festival, but those should say Shabbat. That's Cantor Muchnick, by the way, over here, right here. I'm Rabbi Keller. Rabbi Kahn, who is our brand new rabbi here at Congregation B'nai Israel, is sitting right over there. And we're just kind of showing her how we do B'nai and B'not Mitzvah here at CBI. She is a seasoned rabbi. She's been a rabbi for more than 12 years, so she knows her rabbinic stuff. But this is her first bar bat mitzvah at CBI, so she's going to kind of just watch and check out the again, no pressure, because everything that Rabbi Khan's going to learn is going to come right from you in this moment. So no pressure, no pressure. So we have welcomed Shabbat. We are here. You have your Sidurim. We are here for Shabbat. We have our bat mitzvah here. So now we have to make it official and present Brooke with her talit. So. Who's the talit presenter? Parents coming up? Yes, come on up.
On this Sabbath, we rejoice in your coming of age in our tradition, as a symbol of your entrance as a responsible member into the adult Jewish community. It is our honor to present you with this talit.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihi atef bat tzitzit.
We're going to continue now with our service, so make sure you have that Siddur with you. Page 74 is where we continue. 74. Continue now with Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found on page 106.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בהולמה דברך ירצה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו Amen. Yehi shmira b'mevorach le'olam lol mehamaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata תושבחת ונחמת תמירן בעולמה ואמרו
Amen. We continue with the call to worship with Baruch Hu, page 108. 108. Together we stand. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or v'oreh choshech, oseh shalom, uvoreh et hakol. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer hamorot. We continue now on page 114, 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. 116 is where we continue.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, uvechol nafshecha, uvechol meodecha, v'chayud hadvarim ha'ele, asher anohi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha, b'veitecha, uvelektecha v'adere, uveshokbecha, uvkumecha. Ushartam le'ot al yadecha, v'chayu letotafot b'neinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'etem kedoshim leloehem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher otzeit tietem, me'aretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem, le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Cantor. It's definitely cantor.
Oh yeah, I think so. That was very good. That chanting was excellent. That was good. That was. Well, you haven't heard me chant before. Maybe it's Rabbi.
Chant. No, I have heard you chant.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it's cantor. That's fine. That's mean, but fine. That's okay. Yes, that was excellent. We're going to continue with our song of redemption, which is Micha Mocha, can be found on page 122.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. שירה חדשה, שבחו גאולים, לשמך כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צו ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופתחנו מחה יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, וקדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We continue now with the Amidah 124. Together we stand.
Adonai sifatai titaf ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Chanora, El Yom Gomel chasadim tovim vekonecha ko vezoher hase avot ve'imaot umevigdu la livnei v'nehem leman shemo ve'achava melech ozeru moshir o magen Baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham v'izrat Sarah Atah gibor le'olam Adonai mechayeh kol atah rav le'oshia morid hatal mechakel chayim bechesed mechayeh kol berachamim ramim somech noflim ve'rofeh olim umati rasurim umekayem emunato lishenei afar mikamocha ba'al gevurot umidzo malach melech mimi umekayeh umatzmi ageshua v'ne'eman atal yachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol.
Continue with the Kedusha 130.
Nekadesh et shemcha ba'olam Keshem shemokdishim oto b'shmei marom Kakatuv al neviecha Vekara zel zeh ve'amar
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sevaot, Melech kol haaretz kevodo.
Adir Adirenu Adonai Adonenu Mahadir Shimcha bechol haaretz
Baruch kevod Adonai mimkomo.
Echad Eloheinu Hu Avinu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu vehu Yashmienu Berachamav leinei kol chai Ani Adonai Elohechem
Yimlo Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion, ledor vador. Hallelujah.
לדור ודור נגיד גוד לך ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue silently now, starting on page 132 through page 142. Whenever you're finished, please be seated.
shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amen, amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen.
In a moment, we are going to continue with Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for reading the Torah. I'll explain to you what's going to happen, though. And this is, by the way, a big moment for us, I have to say, because we have, as you have heard probably, in the last 2 years or so, we've been in a pandemic. I don't know if you've heard about it. And because of that, it has altered our services for 2 full years, actually. Beginning with only allowing 10 people to be in the space, to virtual services, to the fact that there were these glass chambers that were enclosed on the 2 podiums there for a while. And so we have thankfully and maybe slowly figured out how to live with this virus in our lives. And so not only is this first bat mitzvah of our season, but it's the first bat mitzvah where we're putting back a lot of our honors, because we weren't having people come near each other and open ark doors and come up to the bima. And so we will be doing that on this Shabbat, on this morning. We are very happy to be able to do so after a very, very long and difficult period for all of us, for our families, and for our community. But we get to celebrate together today.
So don't mess it up.
I know, yes, so don't mess it up. Me and everyone else in this process. So you can start to turn to the page. It's page 244, but we're going to be inviting several people up. So the first, we're going to have some ark opening, because we haven't had an ark opening or closing in 2 years. So Bahe Janowitz, Sylvia Sheckman, Sonia Sorrentino, and Rosa Kotzen. We're going to invite you up to join us on the bima. You're going to be our ark openers. And we're going to invite up also Craig and Sarah and Alex to join us. We're also going to invite great-grandparents, any grandparents, all of you should come up too. So all those people should come up and join us on the bima. Oh, and Brooke.
Hein kamocha va'elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'hador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach.
244, please stand. This Torah has been carried in the hands of our ancestors, from our great ancestors, from our great grandparents to parents to children. It's been carried in the hands of the Jewish people in good times or in bad times, if we were in our homeland, or if we were in situations being persecuted and being run from our houses, our homes, our villages. It didn't matter, because this Torah kept us strong as a people, connecting us from generation to generation to generation. And so, Brooke, on this day, we pass this Torah to you from generation to generation to generation. I'm just going to kind of do a little hold here just for a second, just like that. I'll hold it for you, just like that. Good. We'll do just a little bit of hold for you, just like this. Walker. We're going to do a little hug for you, just like that. We're going to do a little hug for you, just like that. We're going to do even a little hug for you, just like that. Don't drop it. We're going to, can you hold it for me? You just hold it. All right, hold it. You got it? You got it? Don't drop it. All right, good, okay, good.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Gadol Shemo Gadlul Adonai Iti Neramema Shemo Yachdav.
Please be seated. Well, Shabbat Shalom again. Hello. Thank you for saying Shabbat Shalom back. I appreciate that. A second time. We did this the first time. It worked perfectly. And the second time it worked perfectly as well. So I feel like we're very connected. I feel we really did that beautifully. The good news is I'm going to try and say Shabbat Shalom as many other times as I can throughout our service for you to maybe resonate with the connection I'm trying to make. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay about it, but we're just... Oh, thank you. Great. You're the one who gets the cookie after the service, by the way. So that's it. There's only you will get the cookie. So yeah. Brooke over here is going to be chanting some Torah for us. She's chanting for a very cool Torah portion called Re'eh. You're going to hear all about Re'eh from Brooke. I'm not going to spoil anything about the Torah portion because Brooke wrote a beautiful Dvar Torah, a section of her own thoughts and words about this fabulous Torah portion. But it's called Re'eh. It's in the fifth book of the Torah, in the book of Deuteronomy, and she has practiced very, very hard, and she's going to be chanting right from the Torah scroll itself, which right here, the scroll itself has no markings at all for punctuation whatsoever, or trope, which are the little symbols that give a tune. None of that's in the Torah, but she's been studying and practicing, and she's going to be chanting the Torah as if all of it is there. Isn't that right? Yeah. And just to add to the pressure and the backup and the support system, her tutor is also in the room. So Neil, we're so happy that you're here, and so that's him, right? Yeah. All right, good. Okay, good. And I'm just kidding. And so we are excited. She's going to be chanting 5 different sections of Torah, each 4, 5. What did I say? 5. 4 different sections of Torah. I don't know why I said 5. 4 sections of Torah. Each section is called an aliyah. Aliyah in Hebrew means to ascend or to come up. So we'll be inviting people to join us to physically come up here, to be near the Torah. So not just physically, but also spiritually to come up and be near the Torah. So preceding and following every section of her chanting, we'll be inviting the people up to join us. So that's a good enough summary, I think. Are you ready? Okay. She kind of nodded and said a quiet yeah. So we're gonna. If you'd like a Torah book, they're in back of your right in back of your seat, and I'll make you do some homework. It's in the book of Deuteronomy. I'm not sure what page it's on. I feel like it's 11 something. So you can start to go to the 1100s. 1259, exactly. It's exactly what I was, at least I was close, not at all. So 1259, if you want to join us in the Torah books, you know you're in the right book because the front of the book says Torah. So you got the right book. If your book says Mishkan Tfilah, that's the prayer book. If your book says Torah, then you can follow along. 1259. That's why Neil is here. It's good. For the honor of the first Aliyah, it is my pleasure to invite Grandma Claudia, Stuart Hescheles, and Jared Hescheles up here to join us on the bima. Yamdu Claudia, Shmuel Bat, Zev, Aryeh, Claudia, Laria Torah. Over that side.
Thank you.
Amen.
Re'eh Anohi Noten Lifnehem Hayom Baracha Uklala Et Havracha Asher Tishme'u El Mitzvot Adonai Elohechem Asher Anohi Mitzaveh Ethem Hayom V'Haklala Im lo tishme'u el mitzvot Adonai Elohechem v'sartem mincha derech asher anochi mitzaveh etchem hayom lalechet acharei Elohim acherim asher lo yedatem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natah b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen, amen. For the honor of the second Aliyah, we invite Abuela Margarita, Izzy Behar, Joel Behar, Bruce and Katie Behar, and Jaren Behar. Yamdu Margarita, Bat Mordechai, Bayave Yitzchak ben Baruch Margarita La Torah.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'aranu mikol ha'amim v'va'aleinu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'chaya ki yivyacha Adonai Elohecha el haaretz asher ata v'shama l'rishta v'natata et havracha al har gerizim ve'et hakola al har eval halohema be'ever hayarden acharei derech mevo hashemesh be'eretz haknaani hayoshev be'arava mo hagilgal etzel elonei moreh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah v'chayei olam natah b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Shkoach, shkoach.
I love you, Mama. Ay, qué linda, Dios mío.
For the honor of the third Aliyah, Craig Hescheles and Sarah Hescheles and Alexandra Hescheles, Yamdu, Esh Mordechai, Ben Zev Aryeh, Claudia, Sarah, Bat Baruch, Margarita, Levana, Bat Hesh, Mordechai, Sarah, La Torah.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Meharach le'olam ba'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ki atem ovrim et hayardein lavo lareshet et haaretz asher Adonai Elohechem noten lachem v'rishtem otah v'shavtem ba ushmartem la'asot et kol hachukim ve'et hamishpatim asher anohi noten lifnechem chayom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natah b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Just as a side note, we're not allowed to touch the Torah with our own fingers, even though we might wash our hands and have them very clean. Just put our fingers onto the text, and so we always use a yad, which looks like this. Yad in Hebrew means hand, and we use it to touch the Torah. And so, of course, at CBI we have many of these, but our bat mitzvah has her very own. So after she's done chanting in a moment, we will show you that she has her very own. Is that a gift from someone, from somewhere? Is that a? Yeah, from her parents who are standing right here. So that's nice. So, and it's a beautiful one, and it's a deceptively, it's heavy. It's a nice heavy one. It's a really good one. So, yeah, we like it. So we're gonna give it back to you, but we like it. So we're just gonna put it out there. For the honor of the fourth aliyah, the bat mitzvah. Oh, yeah. Brooke. Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod. Bracha bat Heshmolechai v'Sara habat mitzvah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Ele hachukim v'hamishpatim asher tishmerun la'asot ba'aretz asher natan Adonai Elohei avotecha lecha l'rishta kol hayamim asher atem hayim al ha'adama abed te'avdu et kol hamkomot asher avdu sham hagoyim asher atam yorshim otam et Elohehem al hecharim haramim ve'al hagvaot ve'tachat kol eitz ra'anan ve'nitatztem et mizbechotam ve'shibartem et matzevotam Veshibartem va'asherechem tisrefum va'esh usile elechechem tegateun ve'ibadetem et shemam min hamakom hachu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. That was some good Torah reading. Whew. Here, this is the yad, by the way. Ooh. It goes right here. Ooh, there it went. Hey, look, it's a magic trick. It's very nice. This is ours here. Ooh, it's fine. It's nice. We are going to raise and dress the Torah now. So it's a pleasure to invite up for Hagbah and Galila, Mark Behar and Suzanne and Sophia Behar to join us up here on the bima. We are on page 252 in your prayer book, 252 in your Siddur, at the bottom, 252, and we're going to ask you to stand, please.
Pressure. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Please be seated. This was fun. People showed up, they lifted the Torah. There's like a Torah stand. It feels so nice to be back and doing a service. I'm so excited. We're going to continue now with the chanting of Haftarah, Haftorah. Brat Mitzvah is chanting from, I believe, the Haftarah of Isaiah. You can follow along, by the way, for the blessings that are in the prayer book. The blessings are on page 254, if you want, in the prayer book. And if you want to follow along with the actual Haftarah itself, it's on page 1290. 1290, if you want, in the big book to follow along with the actual Haftarah. 254, if you want to follow along with the blessings.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzah v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai chaboher b'torah uveMoshe avdo uveYisrael amo uvenvi'eh ha'emet v'tzedek. Aniyah Sahara lo nuhama hine anohi marbitz bapuch avanaich v'sadetich basapirim v'samtich ad chud shimshotaich ush'araich le'avnei ekdah v'chol gevulei le'avnei chefetz v'chol banaich limudei Adonai v'rav shalom banaich b'tzedakah tikonani ra'aki me'oshek ki lo tira'i umim chitach ki lo tigrav alayech chengor yagor efes me'oti megaritach alayech yipol hine anohi barati charash nofeach be'esh pecham umotzi cheli lema'asehu ve'anohi barati machshit lechabel kol keli yutzar alayech lo yitzlach v'chol lashon takum itach lemishpat tarshi zot nachalat avdei Adonai b'tzidaketam me'iti ne'um Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zor kol haolamim Sadiq bechol chadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber kayem shekol divarav emet v'tzedek al chatorah ve'al avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat chazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod u'tifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yeprach shimcha b'fi kol hai t'mid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simin tov, hey lanu. Simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, simin tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simin tov, hey lanu. Israel, I tov, simin tov, simin tov, mazel tov, simin tov, yehi lanu.
People got some good arms up in here. This is good stuff. I'm glad I was standing over here. You all right? You got a good couple of smacks in there with that candy. We were going to switch to Jolly Ranchers, and then we decided not to. I'm just kidding. It's a good thing we have the soft candy. Please be seated. Now you're going to be able to hear some words of Torah from our bat mitzvah right from Brooke. The Torah is there for us to read and to chant, but it really takes each of us it takes each of us to an opportunity to evaluate and look at the Torah in our own way. And so our bat mitzvah is now going to share with you some fabulous words of Torah. When she's done, you're going to think, wow, that was amazing, and you're going to want to clap, but we don't clap at synagogue as it is in a performance. So in lieu of clapping, please offer a big hand to her when she's done with sharing some words of Torah that she's going to share with us right now, and they're going to be beautiful, and they're going to be given slowly and with great enunciation with each word. Right, Brooke?
Yes.
All right, excellent. Okay.
Shabbat Shalom. Re'eh, today's Torah parashat, describes part of Moses' speech to the Israelites, just as they are about to enter the land of Israel, from the plateau of Moab, east of Jericho, just across the river Jordan. I set before you free choice, a life of blessings or a life of curses. Decisions. Re'eh summarizes 5 major points. 1, the idea of choice. 2, dietary laws. 3, false prophets. 4, tzedakah, which I will elaborate more on. And 5, 3 major holidays, Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. In Re'eh, Moses details regulations for setting aside a 10th part of one's produce for the stranger, fatherless, and widow. He also defines the sabbatical year as a time for canceling all debts and for extending care to the needy, promising that those who help the poor will be blessed with no regrets. This is tzedakah, the act of being charitable. While learning my Torah portion, Re'eh, I realized how much tzedakah can make a difference in people's lives. That is why I decided to talk about tzedakah. I realized that it doesn't matter what or how much we give, but what we choose to give. We have a choice. I choose blessings over curses any day. As a part of my mitzvah project, I collected a portion of my clothing and gave it to those in need. This is a wonderful feeling. An additional part of my mitzvah project was reading and learning about Bracha Hescheles. Bracha was born in Nereznica, Czechoslovakia, in 1940. Her father's name was Baruch, and her mother's name was Rivka. Bracha sadly passed away in 1944 in Auschwitz camp, Poland. She was only 4 years old. It was special for me to share her story because we share the same name in Hebrew, Bracha. I also wanted to remember my abuelo, my grandpa on my mom's side, whose name was Baruch, which was Bracha's father's name. I was named after my abuelo, who has a special place in my heart. Additionally, I wanted to remember someone who died in the Holocaust, in memory of my grandpa Victor Hescheles, who was a Holocaust survivor. I would like to thank Rabbi Keller for his guidance, leadership, and all of his funny jokes. Thank you, Cantor Muchnick, for listening to my prayers and making me feel confident in leading the service. I would also like to thank my Hebrew tutor, Neil, for all the prayers that he has taught me and for guiding me through this journey over the past several months. Mom, thank you for being the best mom ever, for always being there for me, whether you're helping me with homework, taking me to dance or lacrosse, or for a hug when I need it. I love you so much. Dad, thank you for forcing us to go on trips that we don't want to go on, but end up loving, like the time we went to Charleston, South Carolina, and toured this creepy old historic mansion. Scary, but fun. And Alex, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Thank you for always looking out for me. Even though we fight sometimes, you're still my number one. And the best big sister anyone could ask for. I love you. Finally, a big thank you to all my family and friends from near and far that could be with us today to celebrate my bat mitzvah. Shabbat shalom.
That was amazing. I have to say that I've read it, I've heard it. This is like the third time I've heard it, or fourth time I've heard it. And every time you talk about your dad and the trips, I laugh every time. We were laughing over here, just like every time we laugh at it. And then the creepy place you went to, and it's so good. It just sounds like a dad thing to do. Like, we're going. It's going to be great. Everyone's going to love it. We're going to do it. We're doing it. I don't want to do it. We're going to do it. It's going to be great. It wasn't so bad. Dads aren't so bad. We're okay. We do right. We're okay at these things when we schlep people to the why are we going to look at this thing? Trust me, it's going to be fine. You're going to have fun. There'll be ice cream after. It's fine. Do you want to give it again? I want to hear that part. It was so good. No, you want to do the whole? You want to do the whole service again? You want to start from the beginning? No, not really. Okay. You didn't say no. So we are going to bring the Torah back into the Ark, and so we need our Ark openers for that. So we need Lance Gordon and Sherry Barath and Jackie Litvak to join us up here on the Did I get the names right? Did I say it right? Did I say it right? Okay, good. We're on page 256. 256 in our prayer books, and together we stand.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai ki niskav shemo levado hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lecho hasidah libnei Yisrael am keroho. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Eitz chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha me'usha tidracheha darchei noam bechol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu Kikedem.
Please be seated.
Brookie, I can't believe how much you've grown in the past few years. I made it my goal not to read you a speech, much like all other coming-of-age stories you've probably heard. Brooke is different. She deserves different. Brooke is assertive and confident and to the point. Although she bullies me for it, I constantly point out how much more of an older sister she has been to me than I have to her. She defends me in time of need, boosts my confidence when I'm down, and mocks me when I need a good reality check. Although she doesn't let me see it, I know how much she values our relationship. She does not take no for an answer, as we all know, hence this celebration in each particular detail of today. Brooke never let anyone tell her she was wrong, at least not without a fight. She's a free spirit, not to be told off by anyone of any age. Why? Because she's Brooke. She's loud, and she's goofy, and opinionated, but she does what she wants, when she wants, and I respect that more than anything. So here's to Brooke on this special day, doing what she wants with the people she loves.
I'd like to thank everyone that has traveled from near and far and those joining us via live stream to celebrate Brookie. And I'd like to take a moment to remember those that are no longer with us but are shining upon us today. I'd like to thank Rabbi Keller and Cantor Muchnick for all their guidance and support in preparing for today, and Neil for all his weekly tutoring sessions. Brookie, it seems like just yesterday that Daddy, Alex, and I stood here at your baby naming, and here we are, fast forward to your bat mitzvah. Times go by so fast, but I cherish and enjoy every moment we're together. I love our morning car rides when we have a little one-on-one time as we're racing to get you to school on time. I am so proud of you today and always, and as much as you argue with your sister, you're the first one there to stand by her side when she needs you. I hope you both always will be there for each other and that you continue to grow to be the best of friends. You have such determination and drive that I know you will succeed in whatever you set out to do. Since as far back as I can remember, you said you were having a bat mitzvah party, and as much as I tried to bribe you and change your mind, there was no changing your mind. You studied and you worked so hard for this day, and you did an amazing job leading the congregation in prayer today. And I hope that tonight is everything you dreamed of and more. You can be quite headstrong, but you're also the sweetest and most caring person with such a big heart. It makes me proud to say I'm your mom. I love you with all my heart.
Brooke, Mazel Tov, and congratulations on this celebration of your bat mitzvah. You've worked tirelessly in preparation for this day, and it's paid off. I'm filled with pride on this special day. I'll cherish this memory for the rest of my life. There's so many reasons to be proud of the young woman that you've become. You're kind, you're honest, you're responsible, you're ambitious, you're not afraid of new challenges. You're a natural leader, and you always know how to make me smile, even when I don't feel like smiling. These qualities all share one common characteristic: determination. From a young age, you've demonstrated the firm intention to achieve your desired goals. You began taking dance lessons, dance classes at the age of 5, and still do it to this day. You joined the lacrosse and cross-country and track teams, which you participate in with great enthusiasm. I have absolutely no doubt that you will achieve whatever future goals you set your sights on. And I'll be watching with the smile that you put on my face. Brooke, enjoy this special day, and may your life be filled with many more. I love you.
we have stuff for you. Do you want some gifts? Yeah, sure. Some stuff. First, we have the bat mitzvah certificate here, your Hebrew name, the date, all the signatures of the clergy, and your signature. It's official. Here it is. I'm gonna have to work on this whole responsive thing that we have put together. I don't know. It's just not working. Let's see. There's a lot more stuff though. So here we go. Ooh, look at all this, right? What's up with that? All right. First of all, there's this. What's that?
The Torah.
It's the Torah. Yes. How do you know it's the Torah?
It says the Torah.
It says the Torah on the cover. Excellent. What does it say on the inside? Right on the inside cover. What does it say there?
It says presented to Brooke Hescheles on the occasion of her bat mitzvah, Re'eh, August 27, 2022.
What
By
else does it say?
Congregation B'nai Israel. Boca Raton, Florida.
That's us. So that's for you. That's good. That's nice. That's nice. And everything's right on the dates and everything. And so we also did a good job. Whew. Yeah, good. Excellent. Here's the next one.
Sure.
You open it. Sure. I don't know what's in there. I'm so excited. You know what? No, don't open it right now. I'm just kidding. No, you should open it. I'm just kidding. You can tear it. Ooh, what'd you get?
I got a 3-piece set oval tray pair of candlesticks.
Oh, ooh. Really? Really? Nothing on the oohing and the eyeing? Really? All right, excellent. And here's your last chance for the oohing and the eyeing. I'll go open that one. So just so you know, this is from the congregation. The candlesticks are from the sisterhood, and this is on behalf of the brotherhood of the congregation. What is it?
It's the newest Jewish encyclopedia from Abraham to Zabars and everything in between.
It's from Abraham to Zabars.
Zabars.
Anyone know Zabars? Yes, excellent. So, and what does it say?
Brooke, Mazel Tov on becoming a bat mitzvah. CBI, Brotherhood,
August 27th.
August 27, 2022.
There you go. There are some gifts for you on behalf of the congregation. We hope that you use them in lots of good health for a very, very, very long time. That you use the Torah to read and to learn from the book, from the Brotherhood, to check in on all kinds of Jewish things happening and connections in the world. You should start with Zabars, by the way. Start with Z and go backwards. Zabars is a very important thing to know as a Jew. And then there's the candlesticks, of course, we hope that you'll use for Shabbat and for holidays for many, many, many years to come. It's pouring.
Yes.
Just in case you didn't know what that sound was, it's rain. Your Torah portion, I think, fits really beautifully into who you are, and not just to who you are, but where you come from. Because Kendra Munchnick and myself have been talking throughout the service about, and maybe everyone feels it in the room, but there's this like really lovely, Yiddishy, warm feeling in this room. And that's not by mistake. It's because the people here help to make that happen. It's your community who helps to make that happen for you. And by the way, a large part of that community has been, and now is even more officially part of that community, is you as a bat mitzvah. And so I think the Torah portion, which is what in regards particularly to the first word of the Torah portion, which is re'eh, which I mentioned just a little bit last night, but I'd like to reiterate for you now is the word see, because re'eh means to see. Not only do I want you to take a minute and see, look here. I want you to look and see all these people and look at them. Some of them are doing a little bit of a little googly eyes at you. Some of them are smiling. You got a little wave over there. None of them responded to anything that I said or asked for, but they're all responding beautifully to you. And this is your community, and you get to see them. You get to see them physically. In that seeing, though, I'm going to ask you now to do some bigger things. Up until now, your parents, sister, your family have all been able to bring you here to this point. But now as a bat mitzvah, right, as a daughter of the commandments, as, quote, an adult in Judaism, the seeing now has to come from you too. You've been able to sort of attach yourself onto the seeing that your family is seeing and doing, but now it's up to you. You have to start to see connections, community. You have to start to see, like you mentioned in your Dvar Torah, how you can engage in tzedakah. You have to start to see these things on your own. And I'm pretty confident that you're going to be able to see these things. Selfishly, I and we would like to see you a lot here at Congregation B'nai Israel. We think that you're fabulous. We have been talking over here the whole service, mostly paying attention to you, but also talking over here about how fabulous you are and how beautiful your chanting is and how nice the space feels and how and all of that. So we're really hoping that we're going to see you a lot here, and we if not, we know your address, and we're going to find you. And we want you to be part of moving into the religious school and or moving into our youth group. We have a brand new youth director, and we really hope that we'll be able to see you for a long time to come. We might even try and bug Alex a little bit too, because she's seeing right there, and I can see her. So I'm just saying, we might also try and drag her into all this good Jewishy, Yiddishy stuff too. So seeing in this moment, this very special, wonderful moment, we would love to offer God's blessing upon you, if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Great. So we'd like to invite your parents and your sister to join us on the bima. And we'll ask everyone to please stand.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you always.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha. Shalom.
May God's presence be with you all the days of your life and grant you peace. As together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. Since you're already standing, we might as well begin to conclude our service. We're going to begin to conclude our service with Aleinu, which can be found on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282.
Alinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula li'yotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kiyoyecha aratzot, v'lo samanu k'rishot ha'adama, shelo sam ha'kenu ka'em, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, ve'anachnu gorim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'chaya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz v'yomchachu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. The bug will go away.
Wait, it's right.
Found it. We transition our thoughts to Kaddish Yatom, to Mourners Kaddish. We think of those in our community who are in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day period of mourning. Robert A. Rosen, Erwin Diamond, Florine Sprung, and a yortzais that occur for us this week. Richard Blyer, Bertha Cohen, Enid de Mendoya, Eileen Firsty, Geraldine Gershin, Saul Herschel, Abraham Canterman, Mary Missel, Thomas Perigo, Lillian Rakau, Esther Shaw, Francis Shore, Francis Stern, Hyman Stern, Ida Weiner, Joyce Weissman, Jessica Wolfman. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Kaddish Yatom Mourners Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach gerutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chay dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudisha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. We are going to conclude our service with the words of Lechi Lach. When you go on this beautiful and fabulous journey, we are on page 341. 341.
To a place your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. And I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechilach, to the place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, lechilach, to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechilach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. L'simchat chayim, you shall be a blessing.
Adonai oz la'amo yitain, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat shalom, everybody, and Mazel Tov. Woo, Mazel Tov.